Hey, this is Kamori, and today we're going to be making Alice's apron. To make the bodice part of Alice's apron, I used the same pattern that we used for the dress and cut the front piece and the center back pieces out of white cotton sateen and then zigzag around the edges to keep them from fraying. Then attach the two pieces together along the shoulder seams. Now we're going to do a rolled hem along the sides of the apron bodice. For the skirt portion of Alice's apron, I used the same pattern that we used for the skirt of the dress. I just did not cut it on the fold, and I shortened it by about 3 inches. Then I zigzagged around the edges to keep it from fraying. Hem the edges of the apron using a rolled hem. To make the pockets for Alice's apron, make a pattern the size that you'd like, with the ends tapering slightly towards the center. Cut 4 of these out of your white fabric, and then zigzag around the edges. Place 2 of the pocket pieces on top of each other, and sew along the edge, leaving an opening at the top. Then turn the pocket piece right side out, fold the top over, and stitch in place. Position the pockets onto the apron, and then sew them in place around the bottom edge, leaving the top open. Cut 2 rectangles for the waistband of the apron, and zigzag around the edges. Pin the bodice pieces to one of the rectangles, and you're going to sew it along the bottom of the rectangle, and you're going to do that for the front and the back pieces of the apron. Gather the top of the apron portion so that it's the same width as the bottom of the bodice portion, and putting right sides together, attach it to the waistband. This is what the apron looks like so far. Press the sides of the other rectangle inwards so that they touch. Pin the 2 rectangles together on either side to create the waistband with no raw edges except for on the ends, and then sew in place. Next, I used a disappearing ink fabric pen to draw the designs onto her pockets. Then I filled in the designs with black acrylic paint mixed with textile medium. For the spots on the apron, I used watered down black acrylic paint, and for the blood spots, I first painted with a combination of red, purple, brown, and gray acrylic paint, and then once I had all of my spots on there, I added more bright red paint to the mixture, and then put that in the center of the larger splatters to give it a little bit more depth. Cut out the facing pieces for the apron, add the inner facing, and then zigzag around the edges to keep them from fraying. Attach the facing pieces together. Then sew the facing onto the neckline of the apron. Sew the back pieces of the apron together and insert the zipper. And with that, Alice's apron is done. For more Alice cosplay tutorials, please subscribe, and as always, if you have any suggestions for any characters you'd like to see a tutorial for, please comment below. Thank you!